Okay, heads up, having lung issues. My voice is all kinds of crazy and I just keep coughing. And I made another video a moment ago, which made my voice really crazy. And then I noticed in there my hair, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I swear to God, I do wash my hair. I'm thinking my hair's not a fan of the water here. Um, Still trying to figure that out. Anyway, hi. Sorry about not getting that video up last week. I really, really, really meant to, and I wanted to. So I figured I was going to do a short one for this week. And then when I grade your discussions this next time, I'll do a more full one covering it. So, um, yeah, this week, well, for when this is posted, this is going to be for week 7. Looking at my notes over here, week 7. And I wanted to share with you right here. This is what we're covering. We're going to cover climate change because you might be like, but this isn't environmental science. I know, but climate change is a global issue, and countries all around the world have different policies based on climate change. And so this is what you're going to be covering. I have had different people ask me, how is climate change affecting us? How have we tried to fix it? Why hasn't it helped? And is the government doing anything to reduce the damage caused by climate change? Again, this is not just a United States of America thing. This is global. So you need to look globally. Now, first and foremost, right here, do not discuss the companies. What happens is a lot of people do a quick Google search and then they come back with saying that X company provides blah, 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 blah amount of. No, we're not talking company. We're talking countries and governments. So please, um, notice this last term when I did it, a bunch of people just used AI. It was annoying. Please don't do that. I'm providing articles in the news articles PDF area, which is down here, PDFs of news articles. I will be putting some more in there, hopefully, very soon. I'm also suggesting you do some of your own research. Note, not a debate. This is not a whether you believe it's real or not. It is a fact. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm also a scientist, and environmental science is one of the things I teach. It is a fact. That is not up for debate. We are talking governments and policies here. Note it says global politics course. So you look at the USA, yes, and you look at other countries. Right here, love for you to also cover how the decisions of one government affects other countries. I have provided articles on this before, hoping I still have them in here. Um, this one right here suggests beginning with how the EPA has changed. Goodness, there's a lot. So I will be posting some new articles and I plan to put them just over in that PDF news articles folder. Um, a lot's been happening with the EPA just in this past week alone. So I do highly recommend you looking things up. Notice you need at least 4 different sources. I have been a little lenient on the sources thing. Make sure you have at least 4 sources this time. And this, your personal thoughts. When I say your personal thoughts on this, it is not your personal thoughts on whether or not climate change is real. That's not the topic. Your personal thoughts will be about the policies. And again, like one of the things that I bring up on a regular basis, and I'm about to just stop the sharing thing. One of the things I bring up on a regular basis is some countries that are more developed cause way more pollution and way more issues. And then some of the smaller, underdeveloped countries pay the price because as our sea levels are rising, we have a lot of indigenous people on islands that are losing their land. Um, I like to look at things like that. I like to look at if it's fair, basically. I've already said it a few times now about the decisions of one government and how it affects others. And I don't mean how one government affects other governments. I mean decisions of one government and how it affects other humans on the planet. Um, so take some time and take a good look at it. And when that quiz, what in the world? And yes, I'm looking over at the other computer again. I'm so tacky, I know. Yeah, your previous discussion will be ending tomorrow. Well, tomorrow from when I make this video, because I'm making this on Thursday. And when I grade that discussion, I will do another video to talk about the discussions. But before that, let me make sure you guys are aware, make sure you're following the grading rubric. You need, for full points, you need to have posted on 2 separate days before 10 p.m. Friday night and 2 separate days after Friday. That means 4 different days, 2 in 1 week, 2 in the next. You need to respond to at least 3 people. You need to have paragraphs. You need to proofread. You need to actually answer the questions asked. You have to have an opinion, state it clearly, that kind of thing. And when you're replying to people, do not do things like, I really like how you wrote, and then putting a quote. Do not just ask questions and then leave. That's that drive-by thing. I hate that. You are welcome to ask questions. I love questions. But if you throw a question at somebody, you have to come back and see if they answered it and respond. See? So be active. I give extra credit like crazy with the discussions. But if you're not doing everything the way you're supposed to do it, you're not getting the extra credit you could get. So there's that. So take that into account as you go into this week. And yeah, I think that's it for now. So peace.